When you think of the country of Greece, what image comes into your mind?
Sunshine, sea as well.
Greek salad, Acropolis hills and mountains.
Feta cheese.
Whitewashed buildings with blue domes, crystal clear waters, baking sun scorching the ancient ruins. Well, it was sunny. Rally Acropolis described as the rally of the gods. But only one Greek god is in charge here before the event gets underway, and that's Zeus, the god of sky and thunder.
I came here first time 2003, so 8 years ago, and I think it rained a bit before the rally, but never anything like this, what is happening now out there. What we need to remember, even though it rains, it dries out very, very quickly because it's over 20 degrees this time of the year, always here.
Some parts of the stages were already damp. Some were really muddy, some were dry. So, it can change. We just don't know what's going to happen over there now. But if it rains all the time, it can be like Turkey one year. Like there can be mud this much, and that's going to be very slippy and difficult.
Round 7 of the FIA World Rally Championship is set to be tough, probably the roughest event of the year. Ford have enjoyed great success here and have won on 7 of the past 10 encounters in Greece. The cars take a pounding from the stages, and the drivers and co-drivers take a beating from the high temperatures. This rally is a true test of man and machine.
Well, it never really eases up. There's almost all the stages are fairly long. It's not maybe as rough what it has been years ago, but there's some sections, some like 10 kilometer sections or 5 kilometer sections, which can be really tough for the car. And you can take risks and go flat out and hope everything works, and you can be lucky and win some time, or if you're just a little bit unlucky, everything can just kind of fall down for small problem. So it took some time to get that out. But it's a tough rally.
In terms of the roughness, what kind of stresses does that put on the car? What areas of the car are really under pressure?
Well, a lot is the suspension. It got the impacts the damper itself, but also sometimes the wishbones and those the fixing points.
Tires and rims, we're just going flat out over big rocks, and there's loads of like massive loose rocks which are just rotating underneath the car, and they are coming through the floor and doing a lot of damage underneath the car. So it's not pretty when we finish the rally, and if you have a look at the bottom of the car, it looks really pretty destroyed.
Temperatures here are usually pretty high, not so much at the moment, but the weekend looks like it'll be 30 degrees plus. How do you guys survive inside the car when the temperatures inside here are rocketing? How do you keep cool?
We just keep on drinking. We have a nice roof vent over there. You can get fresh air in the car. The underwear we are using, it has kind of a mentos in it.
Mint, yeah, menthol.
Menthol, and when we are sweating, it gets wet, and it's just cooling us down. So even in Jordan, if it's plus 40, and I'll go outside in the sun, and if I take my top off, I'm getting cold. I smell minty. So it's everything is just going forward and better all the time. So it's not really any problem.
Round 7 marks the midpoint of the season. It only seems like yesterday that we were in Sweden. We chat with the management to find out how they feel the season has gone so far.
I have to say we're disappointed. I think we've showed tremendous potential, pace. We've been in the position where we've been leading most of the rallies. But at the end of the day, it hasn't happened. And we're in a situation where we've lost 2 rallies by the closest margin in the history of the World Rally Championship. So that tells you how competitive and how close it all is. But at the end of the day, we've been on the wrong end of that small deficit, which is not where we want to be, and it's not where we should have been. And so it's not really back to the drawing board, but what it does show is that it requires absolute total dedication and commitment, and everything has to be 100%.
when you win, that's always going to be your best event, and we got off to a great start in Sweden. You know, it showed that the work that we'd done with the new car really came together in Sweden. It's been frustrating since then, you know, to reiterate what Malcolm has said. You know, the team has put in a huge effort. We know we've got the car with tremendous pace, and we just need to be able to turn that into a winning car. It's not a lot to do that, but you know, it's just that final little bit just to push it over the edge to get us into a winning position. So you know, it is frustrating, but you know, we're hopeful this weekend, the 7th event of the season now, that we will come away with a win.
As shakedown ends, the rain clouds begin to fade. Before co-drivers Jarmo Leitinen and Mika Anttila head back to the team hotel to tidy up their notes, they take a little chill time.
So normally we see you and Jari Matti together, but today is somebody different at your side. Is this a new driver of the future, maybe?
Well, let's put it this way, that if he is not the new driver, then my life will be much easier. But I think it's in the future it's up to him what he wants to do with his life.
Is he already showing signs of liking motorsport?
Well, yeah, and he likes the cars, and also I think he knows how the rally car is saying. So, Matti, miten ralliauto sanoo? Yes, he does.
Back in 2009, Mikko and Jarmo won this event. So far this year, they've only picked up one win, and that was at the opening round in Sweden.
Do you think this is the one now for you and Mikko?
It should be, yeah, and definitely we need to win this one. And like you said, it's always been good for Ford, and personally, Mikko and myself, we like the rally always. It's a different challenge to anything else, but it's quite enjoyable.
Many people make up the Ford Abu Dhabi World Rally team, individuals who all play a key role. But who do you think Jarmo is talking about here?
Every time I just have a little bit of time, then I'll have a treatment from him, and he's really doing a great job. Can't live without him.
Find out in our review of the event. Punishing stages, sweltering temperatures with only one winner at the end. Rally Acropolis awaits the brave who are prepared to fight for glory.